Hey guys, you're watching Boondocking with Dennis. Hope you're all having a good day. I am just leaving the Aransas County Detention Center. I had a very good trip. I had a very good visit with Silas. I got to visit with him about an hour. I was probably in there about an hour and 40 minutes. And he was telling me they're going to transport him to be a witness in a case involving his a family member 3 years ago. And I was like, well, it's a nice little day trip. There's a nice church right there, Sacred Heart Catholic Church. I think we just missed their bells. We should have got one bell at 1 o'clock, and I didn't hear it. It's my truck says 101, but I've made videos from here before where we got to film the bells going off. Maybe my truck's a little fast. Over on our left, let's see what the official name of this building is over here. This is where the sheriff and the police are. All the flags are at half-mast. What do they call this place? Public Safety Center. There you go. And this is on the other side of the library. I see a Rockport police trailer. I think the company I worked for at the time purchased that trailer. I believe it was used for the SWAT team's equipment that they might need in case of an emergency. Let's make a right here. Scotty's Lock and Key on the left. They're excellent. There's the library on the right. You guys know I'm filming this on a Saturday, so I don't really know what their hours are, but I did notice this pretty awesome view from right over here for the new courthouse and City Hall. So that's the City Hall on the right there, the new City Hall. There's the community center. And then that is the new courthouse, the new Aransas County Courthouse. And they redid the parking lot here as well. I believe they've had some good exhibits. I believe my buddy Pat told me they had a good exhibit here months ago at the community center right there. So I'll have to keep an eye on that. Looks like it's handicap accessible from the side. Ooh, way down the back. Okay. They love to make us work. Ooh, there's some history storyboards I wouldn't mind seeing. I can pull right up to that. We're going to do that one day. Maybe do that on an official Sunday when there's not going to be any traffic over here. And that was just the, well, I'll show it to you right here. There's the side of the Aransas County Detention Center. That's just where I came out of. It's sad that when you go in, it's a lot of the same people that I saw when I was here Monday, 2 Mondays ago, you know. It's a lot of time and effort to come here to visit someone. I usually get here early. I always try to get to where I got to be early. Didn't even see this car. Aransas County Tax Office right there. That's where I go to get my handicap placard. see me get a car wash head over on the left. Bakery Cafe. We used to go there all the time years ago. And the last couple times we went in there, and it's been a while, they didn't really seem like they wanted customers. Have you ever gotten the vibe on those places from people? And never went back. And I think it's new owners since then. Right here on the right, this empty parking lot is where the HEB used to be. That's how we give directions, where stuff used to be. Yeah, the Wells Fargo Bank on my left has their flag at half-mast. Let's turn here. See if we can see something interesting. It's funny, Silas asked me about two things that happened in Rockport, and I knew about it. One was what happened at Rockport Harbor with the person being arrested. You do not have a stop sign. I promise you, you do not have a stop sign. And maybe my channel should just be driving around, and then I can like highlight people that can't drive. There's a sign there that says stop, left turn early. Left turn, excuse me, words are hard. Left turn only. And everyone seems to want to stop there, but you don't have to. Only if you're making a left turn. There's a dog going on a boat. What is this? Blum, 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 blum. Just another old dude out for a spin. Gotta like that. It is 91 degrees out, guys. I was talking to my friend Tracy yesterday. Tracy Phillips up in Mansfield, Arkansas. He said it was like 90, what'd you say, Tracy? 94 up there? And that's, 8-9 hours north of us. So something's going on. Something's going on in the world. We actually stay a little bit cooler because we're by the water. It's a great insulator, but we don't cool off at night that much like they do inland. Navigation district right there, they got their flags at half-mast. It's a nice day. If you got something to do, go do it. Today's going to be a longer ride. We're just going to check things out today. I want to get over there and look at some gas prices too. Who knows where we're going to end up? Let's see. What do we got here? Oh, more signs. No dogs, okay. Both booths are open. No dogs allowed. Apparently they're having trouble with dogs. They got 2 more, 3 more, 4 more no dog signs up here. We'll have to see what's going on. Okay, there's a lady in there. I can never see if they're waving me through or not when I pull up. There's more beach flags. Now, that's interesting. They got the American flag and the Texas flag there, but it's usually the American flag and the Clean Beach flag. Wonder what's going on there. Are we still a clean beach? Or are we not a clean beach today and we put up the Texas flag? I'd rather have a Texas flag with a clean beach than a clean beach flag. I got priorities. You ready?
My friend David lost his ID. Now I call him Dab.
Bad joke, we've heard it before. Great laugh. What do we got going on down here? Good amount of people at the beach for September. Lots of umbrellas and whatnot out there. I've got no plans for tomorrow, which is actually Sunday. That might be a good time to go to the beach. Visitation was at noon today, and I actually had trouble getting ready by noon. I was up in the middle of the night and wound up taking my diuretics then, so I wouldn't have to take them before I went to the detention center, which has nothing to do with this next joke.
I went to a dentist's funeral yesterday. I guess he's filled his last cavity.
I went to a dentist's funeral yesterday. I guess he's filled his last cavity. I don't get the joke. Like, is cavity, I don't know. Shouldn't cavity have like a double meaning? I don't know. I don't know. I'm gonna have to give that to the old dad joke button today, just because it had the better laugh. Come on, new dad joke button. We expect more out of you. That was also from my friends Dave, Lisa, and Billy, who visited me yesterday. So that worked out very well. It was a nice visit. Anyone who visits and they're nice and cooks me a cheeseburger and leaves me another one for dinner, that's what I call a good visit. But mostly because they brought a dog. A nice mellow dog. The kind that puts its head on your leg and just looks at you with the loving eyes. It had nothing to do with my bag of treats, by the way. The dog legitimately loves me. I was easily its third favorite person in that room. There's a car to our left that I hope sees us. I think he sees us now. We got a tent set up for shade over there. We'll spend a minute looking for dolphins. I think I'm getting a visit Monday from my buddy Sharon. She doesn't know it yet, but she's going to help me cut the bandages off my legs. Don't anyone tell her. Do we see any dolphins, kids? Do we see any dolphins? I think we're a little late in the day for dolphins, but the water looks favorable. Look at that. They got a picnic table set up. I've never seen anyone set up a shade structure and a picnic table. Looks like they're getting all cleaned up. That's a good idea if you're catching fish. Sorry the water line's crooked for a moment. I don't see any dolphins, guys. Not right now. And we don't want to look directly into the sun. That's when the camera overheats. So, we're going to have visitors on Monday. And wound care on Tuesday. And they're all going to be good days. So tomorrow is open to get up at whatever time I want and then go for a ride. I think we'll do that. One of those days where we just take a big ride and find little sub areas and see what's interesting to make some videos from. I know I've been driving up here, so they setting up over here? What event is coming up? Huh. Homecoming? Is it homecoming already? Wow. Yep. They're setting up for homecoming, I think. So they get all the crates and build a structure. And let me see if I can show it to you. There's all the pallets. I'm sorry, not crates. There's all the pallets, and they got a machine here to move them. And they will build a great big structure, and then each class will come decorate a side of the structure, and then everyone will come out, and the fire department will be here, and they will have a huge bonfire. And we did a live from it 2 years ago, and that was pretty cool. We had a good time, played music, and watched the big fire. So I will have to figure out what night that is, so we can. I'm putting a box in the trash here, guys. We'll have to figure that out. You know how I feel about leaving the house, right? But I think we can handle it. We can definitely handle it. I know we didn't get any rain, so maybe we got a little bit of a surge there. There's tire tracks out there. I wonder if that's from the one of the workers here went over to cut the grass or something. I hope so. I don't think we've gotten any rain lately. Last week. We'll have to see. Yeah, it's all wet over here too, so maybe we got a little bit of a surge. A little bit. All the storms that have missed us lately, you think we would get something. It's weird because I used to be out here every day for hours, and now every couple of days I just drive through here. But by sitting in one spot and being quiet and reading and cooking, that's when I would see all the birds. They get used to you, they get comfortable around you, and they'll come a lot closer to the vehicle. They're having a picnic. I don't know if I want to have a picnic, guys. It's really hot. Now my truck says 88 degrees. And I think that's about right. While I was waiting to go in, I was the first visitor there. And then there were 2 or 3 of us. I guess they released a prisoner and an inmate. I think they're inmates. An older guy with a beard that I see walking around town, and he was wearing his jail flip-flops, which I think means he didn't have any shoes. So if I see that guy walking around town, I think I'm going to stop and see what shoe size he is and get him some shoes. If I didn't have any shoes and was in that situation, I would like someone to buy me some shoes. There's a boat coming in. There's a sailboat coming in. A little one. Little dinghy. Little dinghy, which if you remember was my nickname in high school. Thank you. Little dinghy joke for you. Kids are swimming. I always like the beginning of the year. I see people come and park in their bare feet, and they think they're going to walk through that grass to get to the beach. And that grass is just covered with those barbs. Those little those little sticker mines that get embedded in your feet. So it doesn't work out well. I remember when I first moved here, within a week, I think I could list about 10 things that tried to kill me when I moved to Texas. And I think that's like that wherever you move. But like if you're living there already, like you don't even notice them. You don't notice, you know, the hazard of rattlesnakes. You're aware of it, so you're just like, snake, you know, that kind of fun stuff. But the barbs, I'm trying to think what else there was. It seemed like every plant had a sharp edge. Like, you know, right there, I wonder what kind of palm tree that is right there. The palm tree's right there. The trunks are sharp. The fronds are sharp. The leaves, you know. I guess you pull it out. Why do you pull out to the middle of the road? Pull out to the lane you want to head in. What do we got here? The trash truck? I thought this was the honey wagon at first. That's a truck bringing more pallets for homecoming. I really can't believe it's homecoming already. Wow. Time flies when you're old. Just hanging around the porta potty. Nothing to see here. Why you would stand outside a porta potty that's in the sun when it's 88 degrees is beyond me. I can't imagine that that's the smell, you know, the most pleasant smell in the world. Probably not even in the top 10 most pleasant smells. So Luciano wasn't at the tables. I don't know if I mentioned that when I drove by. And he wasn't at the little vending machine area at the harbor. I think usually on Saturdays he stays at the church, you know, there, and goes around the back and plugs in so he can cook stuff, because on Fridays he goes grocery shopping. Our friend Jaretta takes him grocery shopping. We're going to go. We should go to Scenic and get ice cream. We never stop and get ice cream. Whenever I check the app at Scenic, it's like they're not taking app orders right now. And I like to use the app. That way I don't have to talk to people. I don't have to yell into a speaker and repeat my order 5 times. You just let them know you're there, and the friendly girl brings you stuff. That's the best. You all got a Scenic where you are, right? Everyone's got a Scenic. What's gas going to be today, guys? I'm thinking it's going to be in the 260s. But honestly, I haven't looked in a few days. Happy hour at Scenic is 2 to 4. But if you order through the app, that's another reason. It's always happy hour. You get drinks at half price. So it's like buy one, get one. Fulton Beach, Kia Allegro. HEB on our left. I gotta do a pickup at HEB tomorrow because I need sterile gloves. How much is gas at HEB today, guys? $2.55. So not great and not horrible. I like it better when it's in the low $2, but we can take it. We got a Taco Bell. That's a new one since Hurricane Harvey came through. It didn't demolish the old Taco Bell, but it left it unusable. It used to be a Taco Bell and KFC, which I liked. I don't go to Taco Bell that often. It's okay. Whenever you're not in the mood for Mexican food, you can go to Taco Bell and get something to eat. Dairy Queen, half-mast. Whataburger, take 5 oil change. It's too late to pick up my mail. Mail center's closed. They're working on that Live Oak Center. I think someone said that's going to be a part of the Del Mar campus. Did anyone else hear that? There's a good bookstore on the left there, guys. Splendid Sun, I think it's called. $2.53 is the gas at Murphy's, and I got enough points to get another 10 cents off a gallon, so I might go there tomorrow. Well, it could all change tomorrow, couldn't it? I better check tomorrow. There's our tequila restaurant. That was a K-Bob, and that was actually a Chili's before that. And I love Chili's. It's one of my favorites. I used to do videos from Chili's all the time, and then I guess when I stopped doing Uber and Lyft, I just wasn't over in Portland a whole lot. And that's where the nearest one is. I don't really eat a lot of fast food. And when I do, it's usually Subway. Get all the vegetables, none of the peppers, which kind of makes it kind of healthy. That's what you tell yourself. I do usually get it dry, and then they throw in a loaf of bread and some processed lunch meat and wreck the whole thing. Pizza Hut, Popeyes, Subway on the left. At one time, our town had 3 Subways. We had this one here, the one over at Cracker Barrel on the other side of town, and then there's we had one in the Walmart, and before that it was a McDonald's. And I think right now I see a sign up. I haven't been in there, but there might be a Dunkin' there, which would be great because I love their coffee. I only go into Walmart when I'm getting an oil change or my tires rotated or something. Where's my laundromat? Let's go down to Fulton. That's my wheelchair flopping around. Let's go see what's going on down in Fulton. We'll check out the Fulton sign that we looked at last week. What do we got for flags in front of Rockport Bakery? American flag, Texas flag, and then the support the police flag with the blue stripe. We need one for the firemen. Glad they got the flags up. Tobacco Express. Whenever I want to waste money on a lottery ticket, that's where I go. It's been a few months though. It's been probably 4 or 5 months. Sometimes when you're driving, you see the billboard. It's like, I could win $3 billion for betting $3. Yeah, I better jump on that. Fulton is an awesome place. Fulton's like Rockport without all the rules. It really is. They're very, very low key in Fulton. Someone left something negative like Fulton must be Rockport's little brother. And I love when people give opinions without having any information. I think that's awesome. Fulton's very happy to be Fulton. Fulton's cool. Fulton probably has a better nightlife than Rockport does, because they do have a set of bars all on this 1 or 2 blocks where you could walk, and restaurants and things like that. It's what Rockport should have up on Austin Street. There's Jim Bob's Barbecue on the left. Let me turn here and see if it's open. Who that? Nope, Jim Bob's is closed right now. Saturday at 1:30. I would love some barbecue, Jim Bob. I don't know what time they open. Maybe he's smoking right now. Smoking meats. There's Charlotte Plumbers. Beachwear and gifts. What else we got here? The Inn at Fulton Harbor. The duck blind on the right. You can rent kayaks here. Looks like you can rent golf carts as well. Someone left a comment when I did this Fulton sign video that they don't see the appeal of it, and it's a waste of taxpayers' money. No taxpayers' money was involved in this. This is a self-funded project. And again, feel free to give your opinion without getting any information. It does look like someone made a joke and said it does look like a hatch green chili pepper on the end there. To me, that little pepper on the end, it kind of reminds me of like the Chili's logo. I really like the O though, the guitar. I like it because Rockport in the downtown area has murals and just places to go where people get their photos taken at. And I think that's what they're going for there. Maybe some of the tourists want to go there and get their photo taken. Not too bad. What is it about fishing boats? They're pretty awesome. Fulton Harbor. Second harbor of the day, kids. This little covered area here. We've made videos and done lives from here when they have live music. They'll have live music with a band or just like a single guitar player or singer, and then they'll pass the bucket around to all the cars that pull up. I think that's definitely a good idea. I know that was real big the first few weeks of COVID. You could drive up and just relax and listen to some live music. Be outside. Look at those clouds, kids. Look at the clouds, kids. No, you're going to look at them. No, you're going to look at them. Fulton Convention Center. We definitely want to keep going this way, because if we go into the sun, what's that little streak that's left on my camera is going to go. It's already overheated. I'm nice and cool. I don't know why the camera's overheated, but something about the sun coming through that windshield just heats it up really good, really fast. Okay, we'll go here. Fulton Beach Road. We're in Fulton, Texas right here. Started off in Rockport. Just I don't know what the wind speed is, but I'm guessing around 8 or 10 miles an hour from the wave action. No wind, no waves. I was probably 25 before I knew that. remember going to Sea Isle City in New Jersey. We were over at a campground there on Route 9, whose name eludes me. Not Dennisville, it was one right on Route 9. And it was a windy day. And I had the boy's father with me when he was a kid, maybe 13 or 14. I want to show you something right here. This is the Errands Oyster Company. These are, if I looked it up correctly online, floating oyster reefs. They float on top of the water, and it allows the oysters to a place to hang on and grow, and it makes it a lot easier to harvest. I think that's pretty awesome. That's pretty awesome. They have a sign down here. I can get the exact name. Sorry, bike guy. I should have let you go. My fault. So this is the. Well, I can't even read the sign from here. I think it says Errands Oyster Company. It says Key Allegro Oyster Company. There you go. That's what I looked up. So, there you go, kids. Key Allegro Oyster Company. If you want to Google it, get some information. You know what? I need to thank Kurt. Thank you, Kurt. Kurt sent me a super chat. And I appreciate that, Kurt. Very kind of you. Today's gas is brought to you by the letter C and the man Kurt. Lots of really nice houses along here. Right up here there's a Texas Star right in the middle of the road. So don't tell Terrell Owens or he'll want to run down and stand in it after a touchdown. That was Terrell. Was that Terrell Owens? Who was that? It scored a touchdown twice and went and stood on the Dallas Star at center field, and it got ugly pretty quick. I'm thinking it was Terrell Owens, but I could be wrong. And I often am. Here I am giving misinformation about something that I don't know about. I'm good at that. It's nicely landscaped. I think that bike is going quicker than we are. No one behind me, and I am not in a hurry. And he did wave when he went by. He waved hello. And I really should have stopped and let him go. Road may flood. Yep, it often does. Right around the turn here, Fulton kind of ends. We're just going to stay way back and give him lots of room. We'll pass him after the turn. I don't want to go to pass him and have a car coming the other way. I want to be a little considerate about my friends and neighbors, and strangers and neighbors. You can see in the distance the LBJ Parkway that would take us over to Lamar. There's an egret. There's no cars coming, so we're going to kind of pass him real quick here to give him lots of room. Wait, thank you. Slow down up here, so well, the speed limit I think is 25 here. We're crazy. There's a Eugene. Oh, he's taking off. Hey, Eugene. And right here, now we're back in Rockport. There you go. Well, it's been a good day for me, guys. It is 1:40 in the afternoon. I woke up, which is always a bonus. I went to jail. Actually got a phone that worked today. We were able to talk. And made it back to my truck. Whenever I go to jail, there's always someone that wants to hold the door for me, which I think is really nice. Here's a lady walking a dog at 1:40 in the afternoon. I hope it's not a husky. The dog looks fine though. Maybe that's their walk time. No wave, that's okay, she's focused. Windswept oaks on the left there. This let me give you a little tint. This area here, so these are the regular live oaks, but just from over the years, you can see they're all kind of bent from the wind. Really is pretty when you think about the years involved and the constant wind from mostly the same direction. And then it gets worse or better, depending on how you look at it. Right up here, where there actually are groups of live oaks. They do a lot to protect the live oaks around here. I know if you're doing any kind of tree removal or major trimming, you need to get a permit. At least you did 7 years ago. Looks very nice. I see a black vulture over there. See how those trees are all kind of blown over? Very nice, very nice. I got a bottle of water. I got a bottle of water and some dad jokes, and then I'm going to let you guys go about your day. Come on, gunslinger. You ready?
I called my wife and asked her if I should pick up fish and chips on the way home from work, and she hung up. She's still angry she let me name the kids.
Solid joke. The whistle in the laugh made it for me. That's going to be hard to beat. Hard to beat. Here comes the new dad joke button. More laid back, but...
What do you get if you cross a duck with a firework? A firequacker.
Solid joke. I got to give that one again to the old dad joke button. I'm sorry. I might be biased because I do love his laugh. Well, is our casita here? Is our casita here? I can't tell. There's a boat in the way. Is our casita here? What in the world? I don't know. Is our casita here? Nope. Our casita is not here, guys. Our casita has moved. This is breaking news. Someone called the Rockport pilot. Our casita, that I've only seen moved once in all these years, is moved. It's not here. Wow. That was worth the ride, right? Thanks for riding along today, guys. Thanks for watching.